Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to jump right into it today. So I know I've been mentioning that we're going to get away from the cardio, start transitioning into weights, into more of a strength plan. But I completely forgot. I always try and schedule one last final timed run, which for us is a mile. That's the distance that we've been working on. That's the distance that we've always used, is a mile. So we did it once, probably about 3-4 weeks ago, and it's time to do it one last time before, again, we transition away from the cardio and get into a little bit more strength training, start using the weights a little bit more. So that's what I have planned for today. Again, I know I've been mentioning that I think last week I said it would be the last week of the cardio, but this week will be the last week of this cardio, or it'll be the last week that I ask you to run a mile. Maybe a shorter distance, we may be doing other things for cardio, but this will be the last time that I ask you to run a mile, especially since it is starting to also get warm. So here's what I have planned. So welcome to FitCamp. My name is Orlando. Real quick, like I said, movement prep. So I want you to follow along with me. As I mentioned before, we've done this before. So basically, I want you all to get ready, get yourself ready for a run. Whatever you do to get ready for a run, the distance we're covering is a mile. It is time, which means it is max effort. So the main focus and pretty much all we're doing today is going to be that run. You can see it on here. Movement prep or warm up. We're just going to run through a quick runner's warm up. Again, you can either follow along with me or do your own thing. Tiny bit of plyometrics, either jumping rope or box jumps, just something to get us moving. And then we get into that mile run for time. Again, for time. So we've been covering a mile distance for, like I said, we've been working on that distance for a few weeks now. So that's the distance that I want to end it with for this test, for this last mile run test. Again, either you can follow along with me. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Basically, I want to at least run you all through what is my runner's warm up and what I like to do to warm up for a run. All right, I'm gonna start on the ground first. Glute bridge, some straight leg raises. My hips and ankles, hip muscles, calves. That's what really bother me as I get into my runs. That's what gets tight. So they usually get a focus in my warm up. So we've done this glute bridge before. I'm going to go for 2 sets of 10. First set, elbows on the ground, using my elbows pushing into the ground. Set number 2, I'm going to get the elbows off the ground. So a little bit more of the force is being transferred through my feet, through my shoulders that are on the ground. Here it is, set of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to keep going. Trying to stay active. So here I go to my straight leg raise, active leg raise. Set to 5 per leg. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set number 2, glute bridge, elbows off the ground. Back to that active leg raise. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Here's a new one. So this little exercise just to loosen up my lower back again, since I'm down here. So put up those arms nice and wide, 90-degree bend in the knee. Bring the hips up to 90 degrees as well. And you're just going to rotate the lower half as far as you can to your right without your shoulders coming off the ground, and rotate all the way as far as you can to the left without the shoulders coming off the ground. Just kind of activating that lower back. Up on our feet now. We're going to start down at the bottom, get the calves, get the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and then we'll get going on that run. So like I said, for me, calves get really tight because they get a focus in my warm-up. They get a focus. They get a little stretch as well before I start the run. Heel walks. Rock back and forth. Get a high knee march going. So again, all stuff we've done before. These are my favorite that warm me up. I'm going to go slow, moving across the ground. So again, here's just that high knee march here. High knee march. Into butt kicks now. Long kicks. Ooh, hamstrings, quads, calves. The glute bridge is good for the hips, good for the glutes. Stretch it out. We got about 2 minutes. So again, we've done this run before. Usually I allot about 10 minutes. You should be able to get the whole mile done in about 10 minutes. I think I'd be able to walk a mile in about 10 minutes. So you should be able to get it done running. Especially again, if you are going to go, as I hope you are, max effort, get it done as quickly as possible. Let's see if our mile time improves. So stretch it out a bit. I'm going to give you all about 2 minutes, 3 minutes to finish up the warm up, whatever you need to do to warm yourself up. Stretch out a little bit, whatever you need to stretch. And then I'll start my timer for the run. We'll start our run, get it done. We'll meet back, stretch it out, and that's it for today. We'll keep today short. So like I said, I mentioned last week was going to be the last week of cardio. Today will be the last week of cardio, so it will be cardio only. Cardio done, we'll call it a day. So go ahead and stretch it out for about another minute, another 2 minutes. Ooh, hips, calves, even shoulders a little bit. There's that repetitive motion. The shoulders are involved in running. So like I said, hopefully in the past couple of weeks you've been able to put together a nice warm-up. That's why I call it a runner's warm-up. This is a warm-up that I like using for any time we're going to go run, whether it be distance or sprints. Get a nice solid 10, 12-minute warm-up before we even start running. So we've been going at it for about 10 minutes. I'm going to start my timer again. I'll give you all 10 minutes to get this run done. Come back, we'll stretch it out a bit together, and we'll call it a day. So give me a sec, get yourself ready, grab some water, whatever you need to do. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. Catch your breath, drink some water. Just gonna stretch it out now a little bit. That max effort run. So we're getting running for time. Very intense. So that's the workout for today. Hopefully that time improved. Hopefully your mile hopefully you ran a little quicker, but hopefully with a more comfortable run, maybe you got better at running, whatever it might be. But again, we ran our first mile probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. Every week up until now, this week, our cardio has included running. And so now, again, that's it. About done. I probably will not ask you to run a mile again. Here where I'm at, it's getting nice and warm. So that was probably the last time that I will ask you to run a mile. There may be times when we're doing cardio, and if you want to run, that will be an option. Obviously, always running is great. Great cardio. But as far as our workouts go, as far as FitCamp goes Thursdays, we will not be running a mile as part of class anytime soon. So I know I've said it before, but this is our last week of cardio. Next week, we will start with the weights, get into a little bit more of a strength portion, a strength block. So that's it for today. Stretch it out. As soon as you're done stretching, maybe a nice hot bath, a nice hot shower, lots of water. Good work. Again, hopefully your time got better on that mile. Come back next week where we will not run. We will get into some strength training. So if you have equipment, you have your equipment ready, your weights, and we'll kind of go from there. Good work, everyone.